Hey guys, happy Monday. It's Wemi here with a quick Monday dose of inspiration. So I was talking to my little brother recently and we were talking about what we want out of the year 2019. This is a conversation that we have, often during the year. And especially this year, I noticed that he's just been so optimistic and uplifting about what he desires and what he wants, out of this. And every word that's coming out of his mouth is just so positive. And so, we were talking about it again and he was just saying, I know this year is going to be great. I know this year is going to be wonderful. I know these things are going to happen. And he was just speaking with such conviction. And as I looked at him with pride and admiration, as someone who considers herself to be quite positive, I was embarrassed and I was ashamed because I was tired. And I realized something, that it's only April and there have been a lot of rejections, there have been a lot of no's, there have been a lot of redirections. There's been a lot that has already happened this year and I was already exhausted. So I was embarrassed because here was someone who had such a positive spirit and attitude, and I felt that's what I should be feeling. I should not be feeling this way. I should not be feeling tired. I should know better. But what happens when you get exhausted in the middle of your race? What do? Do you stop completely? Do you go back home? Do you give up? A lot of times we think, that we are weak for taking a pause, or we think that we're running the race for someone else. So we don't believe that we actually have the permission to stop and take a break and take a sip of water and say, you know what, I'm going to pause for this right now. And I may come back to it whenever I want. There's no one dictating the time, but we don't give ourselves that permission. And so I realized this as he was, saying this to me, and I felt that feeling of shame, that there was nothing to be ashamed about, that it was okay for me to stop. It was okay for me to take a break as long as I didn't give up. You can stop, but don't stay where you've stopped. Because life is always going to be filled with challenges, things that we can anticipate and things that we don't anticipate. That is the journey. That is life. But that's the point, is that it's a journey. It will never be about the destination. So everything and who I am and who I will be built into in this will happen within the journey, not at the very end of the sprint or the marathon. It's okay, I said to myself. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to stop, but it's not okay to stop there. It's also fine to take however long that you need to recuperate. Like I think about soldiers at war and the wounds that we see and the wounds that we don't see from the battle. And I think about how much it affects the psyche, and I think about how much it affects the human spirit. That you don't keep going every single time with the same vigor and the same force and the same level of excitement. That it's okay to pause and say, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but I will be okay because I will get up and I will begin again. So to anyone right now who is feeling just exhausted, to anyone who is feeling that they can't move on, that they can't move forward, that they have nothing else to give, I stand in solidarity with you. And I stand with you as a dreamer and a doer. And I say that it's okay to take a pause, it's okay to take a break, but know that you will be fine. And it will always, always, always be about the journey. And you will be okay. Who you are going to become at the end of this and during the process, that's all that matters. You're not running your race for anyone else but you. Have a beautiful Monday. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you guys soon.